Introducing the all-new iPad Pro. It has the world's most advanced display.
Hi guys, I hope you're doing all great. I'm doing really great, and as kind of always, I'm super excited for today's YouTube video, because today's YouTube video is going to be all about this thing here, my new iPad Pro. I promise you that I'm going to film this video for you with all the technical details and showing the camera of this iPad Pro to you. So today it's the day for the huge review of this device. I'm so pumped up, excited to show you everything this iPad has to offer, because it's a lot. So let's just start with the video. So before starting with the technical details about my iPad, I promised that I show you my covers that I got for my iPad. My paper-like foil to be able to write a little better on my iPad is on the way here, so that's the one accessory that's still missing, but it's nothing huge to see. And then today I went into the Apple store. There weren't many options for like normal covers, like except the Magic Keyboard for the iPad. There were like 3 from Apple and then 1 from this other company called Otter. I wanted to buy this cover online. It's just pretty simple, but I just like the black. And it is a little clumsy, but it's just so good, I think, because as you can see, this here really protects the iPad. Also, if I often use my iPad at home and like walk through the house and stuff, and it's just better like that because the edges are protected, whereas with the Magic Keyboard the edges are just not protected. And I also feel like when I carry it in the house and watching TV or do homework, I often don't need the Magic Keyboard, so it's lighter to carry like this. And I think this cover is quite nice. I like the color, and it's really functional. It's so cool. I had to figure out all the functions of it because it's so cool. So it got this here. Can you see it? Because the Apple Pencil attaches here, and it's got this. Oh, the camera is activated. Hey there. Oh my gosh, that's so creepy. Okay, stop being cringe now. Like you can see, you can put the Apple Pencil here. I'm just going to show you it afterwards. But then also on the back, you can see it has this thing to cover your iPad with. But you can also detach this. It's like magnetic. So satisfying. So it's also cool to just use as a cover like this. Really practical. And then for this here, I can also open this here, and then I can place it like that. So for example, to watch TV, I can put it like that. It's really nice. Here you can see it in a like flatter position, and it's really nice to watch TV or something like this. So cool. I'm just going to show you how it works with the Apple Pencil. So like I said, you can open it here, and then you can place the Apple Pencil in here, which is so cool, I think. Look at this. Guys, I totally forgot, but my dad just told me it came. I have another accessory for my Apple Pencil, guys. I went full out this time. So before I had this cover from like Apple, and I really liked it because it's really useful to just carry the Apple Pencil. And like you can see, it's like not really fitting my Apple Pencil anymore, just because it kind of gotten old and this leather kind of style got really used up. And my dad found this really nice brand called It's from Geneva, and they have a lot of nice stuff for like Apple products, but they also have clothing and other stuff I saw. But there we both got a cover for our Apple pencils, and I got this one, and it's made out of like a plant-based leather, and I really like it. Now it's really tight, but it's going to stretch out a bit, but it looks kind of nice, and my Apple Pencil is good and protected, but like at home I can just carry it on here. It's also really nice. Before we really carry on to the new features, I'm going to show you this, which is my new Magic Keyboard. And this is probably one of my most favorite parts about the new iPad. It's just so beautiful. Look at this. And it's like the old Magic Keyboard was known to be like the white one getting dirty really fast. But this one, it's like plastic on the outside as the old one. But then on the inside, you can see here it's aluminium, and it's so nice. And it also has a huge aluminium trackpad, and the digits are also more like, they are like higher out of the keyboard, and I think that's so cool. And also they've got this little kind of different symbols on the top. They have like the top line, and also here, for example, you can adjust the light of your iPad, or here you can switch your iPad on or off. And I think this one is so cool. Also, I really like that you can adjust the volume here. I think it's so practical, and I really love this keyboard. And it's now really like a MacBook keyboard, so it's really good. Yes, a MacBook keyboard is a bit more spaced out, but it's bigger than my old one, and it's really comfortable to write with. And as the old one also had here, the Magic Keyboard has a port to plug your iPad in, which I think is also really useful, because then if you have your iPad on here, you have the plug from your iPad, USB-C, and then USB-C also here, so you can have it charging and have something plugged in here at the same time, which I think is really nice. So I'm so in love with this keyboard. It's so nice. Now it's really time to use my iPad in action. So I'm going to just plan out this part of the YouTube video. And for this, I'm of course going to do take notes on my notes app on my iPad with the Magic Keyboard. So let's see how that goes. I have here already a few points screenshotted on my MacBook that I really want to like mention. So let's go to the Notes app and plan it out. And we are hitting screen record, go! I want to show you that I have on my iPad is Copilot, or Bing, which is the ChatGPT app basically. And I just asked my app what the new iPad Pro 2024 features, and it tells me a whole bunch of stuff right here, of course. It says design and thickness. The 2024 11-inch model has a depth of 5.3 millimeters, while the 13-inch model is even thinner at 5.1 millimeters, which I showed you also in the previous clip. Compared to the iPad Pro 2022 that we didn't have, we had the one from 2021. The 11-inch model had a depth of 5.9 millimeters, and the 12.9-inch model was 6.4 millimeters thick. So imagine that. We've got 0.1-inch greater iPad, so this is the greater version of the iPad that I have, that was 2 years ago 1.3 millimeters thicker. 1.3 doesn't sound a lot, but believe me, if you have like a big screen, 1.3 is a lot. Also, what I really realized is that this iPad, compared to the old iPad that I had, it features so much better screen quality than the old one. So this features Ultra Retina XDR display, which is superior in brightness and contrast compared to the old one, which was XDR in 2022 model. You're just going to see a clip that I show you on Disney Plus, which is a clip of a movie that has really... So basically what it means is that this iPad brings colors more vibrantly, as you can already see here. But what I also really think is really dark colors, it's better in representing those. So we are just going to play the beginning of Indiana Jones, so you can see the colors in this display, which are really, really strong. Oh, it says there is a problem. Let's try just this movie. So guys, now you can enjoy a little section of a trailer that I screen recorded. The reason I chose this trailer is because it features really dark colors, and here you can see I also played with the brightness of my iPad just to show you these really true blacks and the brightness. Enjoy some more cinema quality. Now I show you a 4K trailer, which obviously has an even better resolution. So this is all about technology, so I'm also going to ask ChatGPT now if it can give me a comparison video to see the difference between an Ultra XDR display and the old XDR displays, Liquid Retina. Auto correction. Do you also have the love-hate relationship with the autocorrection? Because sometimes I think it's really useful, but sometimes it just sucks because for example, every time I write DNA on my MacBook, it corrects to done with 2N, like the done German word. Or the worst is if I chat to my friends and I kind of use slang language. It's so bad. Last time I wrote to my friend, she asked me a request and I wrote voll, like the German for yes of course, and it corrected to volleyball. It's like, it's so annoying. But let's stay on topic and see what Bing tells me is the difference between a Ultra Retina display and the Liquid Retina XDR display. So it tells me the differences, as you can see, but it doesn't really shows me any photos or videos. I don't know, maybe I can type it into the YouTube and find something there. But as you can see here are all the facts you need to know about the displays. Of course, we have a M4 chip in this iPad, which means we have so much higher GPU and CPU, which GPU is for graphics and CPU is basically for like performance and processes, and graphics has everything to do with the screen. So as it says, in HDR content there is up to 1600 nits of peak brightness. That's what I showed you before in the little Apple TV Plus show. I've turned brightness full on and it's gone really bright. And you can see all the little things about this here. Oh, here it says videos for visual comparison. Oh, that's really cool. So I think we are going to play one of those to just see it. I think I'm just going to take the first one. Let's see. Oh, I don't know my YouTube account. We just enter it on normal YouTube. So I'm going to just type it into YouTube. Let's see. Comparison Liquid Retina XDR versus fancy names of Apple. Did you notice I can't really type and speak at the same time, especially if I type and speak about something different at the same time? It gets really confusing.
The term Retina is Apple's trademark for high pixel density displays. By appending qualifiers to the Retina name, Apple is able to distinguish between various pixel densities. Naturally, the more modifiers used, the fancier the display. So what exactly sets them apart? Our focus today is on the differences between the Liquid Retina XDR display.
What I've just learned from the video is that my iPad XDR stands for Extreme Dynamic Range, which basically means like your iPad has multiple mini LEDs. It's what they call it. Your iPhone, so my newest iPhone also has this now, which means it has like millions of mini particles of light in it, and this together gives the whole screen. And as you remember, like before, like in the earlier years of technology, there were a lot of pixels, and pixels are basically those LEDs that you see. And of course, if you have so much of them, they are really close together, so there are almost no gaps in between them, and that's what makes a really clear image in like today's technology, as also in my old iPad Pro, but also in this one even more. It hangs together with those like mini LEDs. What they both have is they have OLED technology, which OLED means organic light emitting diodes, and these are basically thin layers of organic material molecules to produce light. The good things about OLED is, and why they work so well in technology, is they are really thin layers, as I said, and they are squished between electrodes, between the anode and cathode. If you know what it is, like anode is like a negatively charged particle and cathode is a positively charged particle, but that's chemistry. OLED is really useful for iPads because OLED offers rich and vibrant colors to their self-emissive nature. They also offer deep black. That's what also Apple always features and what I've shown you in the film before. And OLED screens can also be thinner and lightweight. So here we have a really thin screen and it's lightweight. And that's actually the difference between this iPad and my old iPad Pro. This one here is much thinner. And in this iPad, it's a Super Retina XDR because this iPad has 2 layers of OLED and the old one has just 1. So that's the difference. So we have more of this really high performance light molecules in this one. And also OLED causes a wide viewing angle. So that's the reason why on the iPad I have kind of a great color everywhere, not just concentrated on the one point. So I have a great screen everywhere. And it is also good because it has like a fast response time, so it reacts fast to our commands, and it's really energy efficient. Which means the OLEDs consume less power in the dark light. That you can also see this on the iPad. I don't know if it exists on the non-Pro iPad, but I think it would. But this one kind of adapts. I think you can change it in the settings, but I have it on. This one kind of adapts to the light. So when I go into really bright light, the iPad turns a bit down, or it turns like the brightness on or off, and I think it's so amazing. Like that's the least brightest and that's the brightest. It's such a huge difference. It's just amazing, I think. So Apple features on their website that this screen features 1000 nits full screen brightness, 1600 nits peak HDR brightness. So HDR is kind of a high resolution, and that this comes in a really bright color is really nice because like really good movies or stuff are produced in this really high resolutions, and then we can enjoy it at their fullest on our iPads. And then it has a contrast ratio from 2 million to 1. So that's why also what I talked before about the true blacks. Like that's why blacks are really blacks and the colors are really colorful, because there's a really huge contrast. And I think that's what makes, for me, watching movies or series an even better experience. And then it also has true tone, which means blues are blue, greens are green, which makes comfortable viewing, as Apple stated. And then it has ProMotion, of course. It has a high refresh rate, which means everything is fluid on the screen. It doesn't have this pauses, and it has a wide color range. And yeah, that was it about the GPU and about the screen of the iPad, I think. So guys, I just quick want to tell you something about the CPU of my iPad before we move on to some more fun stuff as photography and drawing some nice little flowers with our pencil. So this chip is 4 times faster performance in rendering performance than in the M2. This is the M4 processor. They didn't even have an M2 processor in the iPad, so they just jumped one generation. And for example, my MacBook is a M2 MacBook, so I think I will try to download some stuff and see which one is faster. And I think it will be really fun to try out, for example, rendering Final Cut Pro on here, because also Final Cut Pro kind of has more features on the iPad now than ever, which really makes sense because you can now shoot great videos with your iPad, and it's so fast. It's like the fastest device ever. Not even this can top my iPad Pro. And also the CPU performance is up to 1.5 times faster, which is it's just amazing, guys. It's incredible, I can tell you. And yeah, that was it about the GPU and about the screen of the iPad, I think. And of course, in today's world, and especially as Apple likes to call it, iPad Pro is used by pros and professionals, of course also by non-professionals, but it's designed for professionals. For example, for people who do stuff with design, or also for music artists to create music. And they had a really nice example about how you can perform a song into a experience by using, of course, AI, our best friend at the moment. And of course this M4 chip really helps you because AI performance can be at the peak if we have a good CPU only. Otherwise it will be slower, and this one really reacts quick to your needs. I mean, as a student, I just need ChatGPT basically, which doesn't need that much power, but like if you're really doing like using your iPad for business, for creative activities, this really brings your performance to a next level. But now I have enough of that talking, and I'm going to show you a quick little drawing section. So the next great update about the new iPad and all the accessories are, of course, the new ApplePencil Pro, which with this iPad you can only use the new ApplePencil Pro and the ApplePencil from first generation, but not the second generation one, because the one from first generation you have to plug in here. It has a USB-C port, I think, to charge it, and the one from second generation you had to put on top of here as well. But what has changed with this iPad is now they put the Face ID camera on top here, because it just makes more sense if you have like a conversation, a FaceTime, you're holding your iPad like this. It just makes so much more sense that the camera is in the front. But because of this, they had to change some stuff here to charge your pen. So your new iPad only works best with the new pen. But I think it's also good because like the new pencil, it's so cool. I'm just going to show you some stuff. So the first thing you notice, it gives haptic feedback. So here is like a sensor. So if you can't see it, but you can kind of squeeze it, and it's like a bottom. The pencil just reacts more to you. And multiple apps already support the new pencil, like the new features of it. For example, GoodNotes, or Apple's own app, which is called Freeform. I'm just going to demonstrate it to you quickly. So what you can do now is you can I can go like over symbols in the air, and it kind of touches on them already, but then I have to click on it. And then, for example, here, if I now use this, you can see what pulls up on the screen, and then I can select something, and then when I'm drawing you can also see like the point on the screen of the pen, and then I can draw, and maybe you can see the shadows on here. Okay, now it's kind of in a weird thing. I want something else. I think this one is better. So you can see the shadows of it. It makes it really cool, and you can kind of turn the pen, and it makes like, it also reacts more to like pressure, different pressures. I think like this you can see it better. It kind of depends on how I'm turning the pen, so it's like with a real live pen. If I draw like this, the line gets wider than if I draw just straight up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel down below. And also go check out my 2 Instagram accounts, Kiara Sender, where I post like real life photographs, also with maybe my iPad, who knows, and it's really one of my great passions, to do photography, and I would really like you to follow me there and check out my photography, because like photography is for me a way to express myself. I'm a really creative person, and photography is just like a really big emotional thing to me too, because like with photography I think I can express my feelings, and yeah, being creative and being a photographer is a huge part of my life. So I really want you to be part of this other me that you don't see in the videos. And also, as you already know, I created the photography account because I wanted to show a bit in more depth what I feel, and also I kind of wanted to not just touch the surface area of social media. But I still have my other Instagram accounts, mainly to announce YouTube videos or also to post pictures with friends, because it's just for fun there. And yeah. And one more thing to say is definitely also on my personal YouTube account, not that definitely to say also on my more fun Life is a Circus YouTube account. You can also text me and write me some video suggestions, some stuff that you want to see. Also, when I come into university, I will of course film some university content over there, but till then we still have a few weeks to go. Bye bye, I'm going to see you later, alligator.